Hello, we're here at BioFuture. I'm Hilary Brueck with Insider, and this is Dave Marver, the CEO of Onward from Switzerland. And we're here to talk a little bit about your technology. So tell us, first of all, just who's using it right now and what does it do?
So we're a pre-commercial phase company. Onward is a medical device company with two neuromodulation technology platforms, both of which stimulate the spinal cord to restore movement and other functions after spinal cord injury or paralysis.
So you're holding some devices in your hand now, and can you tell us a little more about these?
I am. So as I mentioned, we have two different platforms. One of them stimulates the spinal cord externally through the skin. That's the furthest along. But this is our implantable platform. It's called ARC-IN. We have our own neurostimulator and our own family of leads that you can see here. And the leads are placed in a different area of the spinal cord, depending on, we want to stimulate an area that's responsible for a given movement or function.
Okay. And so talk a little bit about who's using these. Is it people who've been in accidents, people with, genetic things at birth? Who are these people?
Our focus today is primarily on the spinal cord injured community. So it's people who've had accidents. It's predominantly young males. It often happens with car accidents, warfare, jumping into a shallow pool, things of that nature. And people who have had spinal cord injury, most people associate that with paralysis or loss of sensation. But there are a number of other challenges that these folks face in their daily lives. They can have very low blood pressure, which can be debilitating. They can lose sexual function. They can just feel, have very low energy. And so we want to restore movement and otherwise normalize life in as many ways as we can to bring them independence and quality of life.
Yeah, and for the patients, does it actually change what they're experiencing? Is it just that they're able to move again, or is it actually, are they able to feel? Like, how does it work?
Well, it depends on the person. Every spinal cord injury is different. Some of them recover some sensation, but for the most part, our focus is on restoring mobility, strength, function, independence, and also some what we call autonomic functions that are not movement related, but really impact health and quality of life, like blood pressure. And the people who have this implant, they can turn on stimulation with voice command or by pressing a smartwatch, and they do feel a sense of revitalization. They're aware of the let's say the energy that's being introduced into their system, their spinal cord, and that's what enables them to again move again and recover other functions.
And talk about the future, since we're at BioFuture. Are there other ways you can imagine the technology being used?
Well, certainly we think we're already at the cutting edge of things because we're doing things that for all of human history have not been possible, restoring movement and function even after a person has long been paralyzed. However, I know that one area that's topical is brain-computer interface. And Onward is part of a consortium, a research consortium that has been awarded 2 grants from the European Innovation Council to support clinical research where people would be implanted with a brain-computer interface and our spinal cord stimulation platform to enable them to walk more effectively and function more effectively. We also won the Brain-Computer Interface Award from the BCI Foundation this year for that mobility project. So this is an area that's of interest to us. Also, we received, we're part of a consortium that received a large grant from DARPA, the Advanced Projects Research Agency of the U.S. Army, in this case to advance our blood pressure therapy.
For veterans and people like that.
Exactly.
Great. Anything else you want to tell us about your company or what you guys are up to?
Well, I think we're one of the few companies really focused on the spinal cord injury community. And this is a group that's really been waiting for a long time for therapies to reach the clinic, reach their homes where they can make a difference. So we're very gratified by that, and we consider it quite a responsibility. We're the first ever private investment from the Christopher Reeve Foundation. which is nice validation for us.
Yeah.
And we had a successful IPO on Euronext last October, where
Okay.
we raised over $80 million. So we're pleased to have that cash in the bank that will fuel our operations and enable us to fulfill our vision to help these people with spinal cord injury live better lives.
Yeah, it's amazing to think about when you think like spinal cord could literally be severed and you could regain some function.
Yeah, in fact, the world's preeminent science journal, Nature, published a paper just this past February demonstrating that our therapies can indeed help people with even the most severe forms of spinal cord injury complete block, walk again, stand again, and recover other functions. So we're very encouraged by the potential for these therapies. We've got to conduct the proper clinical trials. We've got to get through the FDA process. So I want it to be realistic hope is the term I would use, but we're working very hard and things look promising at this point.
Yeah, so maybe a reality in the US in the next couple of years?
Yeah, so our external platform we're hopeful we'll have on the market in the US in about a year, but then this implantable platform we're thinking maybe late 2025.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dave,
Thank you,
thanks
Hilary.
so much.
My pleasure.